It's not that one.
Most second correct. All right, bear with me 1 second, y'all online. If anybody has any questions in class or online, you just put your hand up, all right? Don't blur it out, don't yell out, right? Anybody online, you would likewise put your questions in the chat. We'll go over it. Matthew, go and put on the alphabet on the board.
Which the ancient or the ancient?
The Asian. Go ahead, Brad.
No, I was going to let you know that I had that 2 Corinthians.
Oh, you can read it.
Read it up.
Yeah, please.
All right. This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 16. I say again, let no man think me a fool, if otherwise.
That's 2 Corinthians 11 and
16.
16. So you only want 6.
Oh, 6.
Yeah, go.
2 Corinthians 11 and verse 6. But though I be rude in speech.
Right. But though I be rude in speech. Right. In other words, curse words are not like curse words today. Just to make sure everybody's clear on the same page, right? Curse words are not a sin in the Bible. Right? How do you when you're rude in speech, how do people look at you? When you're rude in speech. Say your grandma see you rude in speech, she say, oh my gosh, I gotta get soap, put it on a rag and wash your mouth out. Right. Because you're rude in speech. Right? You have rude in speech and then you have polite speech. All right? So of course, someone cut you off when you're driving a car, someone cut you off and you give him that F-bomb. That's rude in speech. Right? But being rude in speech, curse words are not sins. All right? I know Christians. I want to say this because Christians have a thing out there where they say something that pertains to a curse. We know a curse in the Bible, right? You know what's a curse in the Bible? What's a curse in the Bible?
A curse that the Most High put on you?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what is that?
Oh, going in captivity.
There you go. That's curse.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? F-bombs and SHIT is not a curse word. You know what I mean? It's rude, but it's not a curse word, all right? No problem. We're gonna go to go ahead.
So it would be considered rude speech. That's it. That's the most.
That's rude speech. And there's a time for rude speech, and there's a time where you shouldn't have rude speech.
Right.
There's a time where you should be absolutely polite. You know what I mean? You know, of course, you don't go in front of your kids and say this is just rude speech. It's not a sin. Okay, Daddy, F my teacher.
Right.
Yeah, you don't want to teach them. You know, you want to teach your children too. Like, yo, there's gonna be a time where you are gonna be able to say this thing because it's true. You knew it growing up. You knew when you're around the other kids. You 8 years old. You're around the other 8-year-old kids. You get down and you say F-bomb. Then as soon as some adult, some grown person come around, you know what I mean? You knew how to fix your speech. You know what I mean? Okay. I wanted us to go to Genesis chapter 2. Okay. I got with me here the book of Josephus here. That thing is not, you can't see nothing on the board over there.
Yeah, it's kind of. I'm gonna use the green one.
Yeah, see if that works. As a matter of fact, you got some over there?
Yeah.
Run it over with another red one. Right here. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Take your time to it, no hurry, all right? The missing ones. Close. Okay. There we go. you know, if you wanna go over them, if you wanna take your time and go over them, I like how I wrote it big so we all can see.
Right.
That's key.
Right.
You know, we got big bodies using up all the space. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's Tawab right there.
It looks good too.
It do. Right. You know what I mean? And see how he's writing it? That's how he wrote. They looked at our writing and called it graffiti. And next thing you know, we in Assyrian captivity, and you know, we ashamed of our own writing style when we invented writing. You know what I mean? And then to appease or to please our heathen slave masters, right? Our captors, right? We created something called the Assyrian Hebrew, where it didn't look like graffiti. We saw how the heathens wrote, and we tried to manner ourselves to how the heathen wrote, and we ended up creating a whole different form of symbols, right? All meant the same thing, still pronounced the same way, but we wrote it differently. All right. Okay. Fix that tazar right there. That tazar. That Zal looks a little too small. Make that Zal look like that Tazar on it. Make it look like that Zal right here. Make it, there we go. There we go. Okay. Good. So now, yeah, go ahead.
So like this, sir. When it comes to the languages, which language was on earth first? The Aramaic or the Hebrew?
Aramaic is what they call ancient Hebrew. Right. So
okay.
Go to Genesis 10.
Genesis 10.
Okay, go to Genesis 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, what the white man, what the oppressor calls Aramaic, right? He refers to Aramaic as not even the ancient, right? Sometimes, but when you see Aramaic in a scholarly sense, they're referring to this. They're referring to this writing here, and they're referring to another spoken language, which they're gonna say this. That's what I'm talking about when they say they're not talking about this, right? But when they talk about the writing, they call this Aram because they believe they're Yiddish, and what they write in Yiddish is Hebrew, what we call the Assyrian Hebrew. Okay. So they look at this as something older than the Hebrew that they speak. So they just went in Genesis chapter 10, what you're gonna do right now. I don't know if it's 10 and 6, right? And you're gonna look for Eber. And they just look for one of the men in the lineage who is older than Eber, and they just pick Aram, and then they say it's Aramaic. Right? So that's how they got the name, the term Aramaic. All right? It's not 10 and 6. That's Ham, right? Give me 10 to 21.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 10, verse 21. Unto Shem also, the father of all the children of Eber, the brother of Japheth, the elder, even to him were children born.
What verse are you reading?
Verse 21.
21, right?
Okay.
Read it from the top again.
Verse 21. Unto Shem also.
Unto Shem. So here's Shem. Just gotta go in the garbage. Okay. Shem. You heard of Shem before, right? Shem is where you get the term Semite. Right? As you know, the oppressor, he tried to accuse any brother that want to point out his true identity. He called you an anti-Semite. Okay? Semite just means Shem. Semite and Shemite is the same thing. Okay? You go into any book by history, Semite and Shemite is the same thing. Right? From the top.
Unto Shem also.
Oh, Shem's name is Sham. Do we know what Sham means? Go ahead, Pratazah. Name. Very good. That's the same Sham in Bahasham. In the sense of Shem, as the man, the son of Noah, his name is referring to reputation. right? These were Shem and Japheth together. They saw. Go ahead. On this.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Actually, I mean, getting to the truth and the way that you were breaking down the Hebrew alphabet.
Mm-hmm.
I was in a room. This happened a few months ago. I was in a room with so-called Jewish people, and they was always saying Hashem, and it just started clicking. You know what I mean? Because they always try to mix the Yiddish, but you was catching certain keys. But that's what they was preferring to. The Most High. Every time they talk about the Most High, they always say Hashem or Hashem.
That's it.
Yeah.
You mean the law where it says use not the Lord's name in vain.
Come.
Right? Using the Lord's name in vain means you have to never ever say his name. Unless you want him to hear you. Right? So what does the word vain mean? Let's get the dictionary, right? We gotta get the dictionary. Took out last night. Yeah. We're looking up vain. Right? Vain. V-A-I-N. Right? The law begins in Exodus 20. Wait. Are you holding a scripture, Matthew? Okay, good. So give me.
Want the Corinthians one?
No, we got that already. Right? Rude of speech, Matthew, means curse words. Right? Curse words line up into rude of speech. You could say S-I-H-T, or you could say excretion. You know what excretion is, right? Excretion. What's excretion? Huh? There you go. Right? But when you say excretion, it sounds polite. It sounds nice and surgical and hospital words. But then you say S-H-I-T, and they look, oh my gosh, this ghetto bum, rude, no manners. Right? That's the sense. Right? The F word is just, how you say the F word politely, intercourse. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. Yeah. You have intercourse with your woman. You know what I mean? Or you could say you know what I mean? You could say the F word. Right? Those are not curses from, you're not going to get cursed by God because you said a word. You know what I mean? God cares that you don't eat pork and you don't murder nobody. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, man, don't steal. All right? Brothers are. Wait, Brian. Wait, on the same thing or?
Yeah, well, I have in the scriptures, I have the vein.
Read the scripture right quick. Hold it, Brian. Right?
Come. Exodus chapter 20, verse 7.
That's what you had, Matthew? Okay, come. Go ahead, brothers.
Thou shalt not take the name of the Most High thy power in vain.
Thou shalt not take the what?
Most High thy power in vain.
You should not take the Most High thy power in vain. Any more in there?
Come.
Keep it.
For the Most High will not hold him guiltless.
Mm-hmm. Most High will not hold you guiltless. Keep it in.
That taketh his name in vain.
That taketh his name. How do you say name in Hebrew? There you go. All right? Taking his name in vain. What does vain mean? Read.
Slack, sir.
Go ahead.
The word vain is not in here. The closest word they have in here is vanity.
That same thing.
Same thing?
Yeah.
All right, vanity. A word occurring almost 100 times in the KJV, but never in the sense of conceit or undue self-esteem.
That was heavy. What does that mean? Meaning a Christian comes to you today and they say, you're vain. Right? What does that mean when a Christian says you're vain? That's vanity. When a Rastafarian comes to you and talk about, see, you guys can't be the truth because you guys wear a silver chain. That's vanity. What are they referring to? Read it again. That last part again. Read it again.
But never in the sense of conceit.
Never in the sense of conceit. Because when you're conceited, who that song about I'm conceited? Is that Remy Ma?
Come.
Remy Ma, that song about you conceited. What did she mean when she said she's conceited? Go ahead.
She's vain.
Yeah, in today's term, right? But what does she mean? Like break it down. What does she mean? Go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah.
She's saying that she's boasting.
Yeah.
She's bragging.
Mhm.
What is the word I was looking for? Pompous, like proud.
Okay. Go ahead.
Is it like self-indulgence?
What do you mean?
It's like if you're all about yourself, it's very selfish.
Yeah.
Self-indulgent.
Yeah.
You're all about your lust.
Yeah. Right. That's what you mean by conceited. And Christians, okay, now that doesn't mean that you can't dress nice. That does not mean you should not take care of yourself and not smell good, right? And it's our culture to dress good. It's our culture for the Jews to wear jewelry, right? It's to dress good, to smell good, to get their hair braided, right? But then we have a reputation now because of men from the Christian church who has taught us selfishness. See what I'm saying? There's a certain kind of man who is selfish, right? Selfish, and he's all about himself, and he looks good because he's about himself. Like we can dress good, but we just good to glorify the Most High. And there's a man who just is good to glorify only himself and F everybody else, and he's gonna get shot by his friend or kill his friend, whichever's first, or snitch on each other, whichever's first, right? There's that kind of man out there, and because we have came up out of an era with the 90s and drugs and scammers and drug dealers, right? Now, anyone who looks good, we label it as an evil thing because our evil men have been known to dress good and the good have been known to be poor, right? So now, vanity is not dressing good like how the errors of our people has portrayed. You see what I'm saying? You can be righteous and get money. The only thing is we've been give me that in Deuteronomy 8 and 18. Right? Not you, Brian. You gonna stay right here. You gonna read that, all right? Right? There's a reason why we don't got we can't, a lot of us can't dress good, right? Because we don't have the money to, compared to those who do have money. And the sense of dressing good is even altered in New York anyways. You got a scripture? Go ahead.
Deuteronomy the 8th chapter and the 18th verse. But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth.
We don't got the power to get wealth because we did not remember the Most High. Bible say right there. That's why we poor, right? So money is not evil. Gold chains and silver chains and good fabrics on your clothing is not vain. Good cologne is not vain. You see what I'm saying? Fresh braids is not vain, right? It's culture, right? Read it again, Matthew.
Deuteronomy 8 verse 18. But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God.
Thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, Yahweh Allah Hayana. Read.
For it is he that giveth thee power.
For it is he that giveth thee what?
Power.
Power means strength, the ability. Hakak in Hebrew. It's another good word. We do it on the prayers all the time. Hak is power or ability. You're right. Power or ability. Right? It's not power like God. You know what I mean? It's not Allah like God, like authority, not that power. This is power like ability, capability. Right? We got a prayer called the Hakak. All right, you're gonna hear it a couple times, right? That's the word for ability, right? A lot of brothers, I'm only putting this out here because a lot of brothers, we will hear the name of that prayer all the time and don't know what this word means. We read it every Sabbath, every high holy day, and we don't know what that word means. This word means ability. All right?
Now, cock.
Cock.
Cock. Cock.
Cock. Right? We're gonna go over the whole alphabet again in a second, all right? Keep reading. Any more there?
That he may establish his covenant which he sware unto thy fathers.
There you go. Your wealth is to establish the deal you had with the Most High. Read it again.
But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth.
So we are being poor. We've been in the ghetto, in the projects, because we've been led by the Christian church, and the Christian church has made us to not remember the laws of God. All right, go ahead. I got soda right here. Cool. I mean, any more on that, man? Till we done.
That's the whole verse.
That's the whole verse. Good. Now, Brian, again. No sweat. Vanity, all right?
Vanity. A word occurring almost 100 times in the KJV, but never in the sense of conceit or undue self-esteem. It means
it's never in the sense of what the Christians say vanity is. So Christians start saying, you guys are vain, what do you do? What's the first thing you do? A Christian says, you're vain. What do you do? Matthew. What are we doing right now?
For that definition.
You pull it, give him a hand. Right. Okay. Right? We like to show Christians that they don't know nothing about the Bible. Right? And you always have to be on attack. See what I'm saying? Make people see that they don't know anything. And they're the reason why they're poor. And we cannot wear a gold chain or a silver chain. You know what I mean? Or we don't have that's the reason why we don't even have a black economy anymore, because of the Christian church. All right? Any more on that?
Yes, sir. That's a lie.
Go ahead.
Let's see. It means emptiness, worthlessness.
There we go. That's what it means. Right? If I was to count from 0 to 100, which one means worthless? 0. Right? How do you say 0? Worthless means nothing. Vain means nothing. All right? The word for vain is shawa'ah. Right? Shawa'ah. So it comes up here, right? Vain means nothing. So now, I say, yo, you're running on the block in vain. What am I saying? Nothing.
Running down the block for no reason.
You're running on the block for no reason. That's the sense of vain. It's not conceited or you all about yourself. That's not what the Lord's talking about. Now give me back to the scripture with the Lord's name. All right? Exodus, what was that? Exodus 20, what is that, 7?
Come on.
Right?
You want that now, sir?
Yeah.
Come. Exodus chapter 20, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not take the name of the most. Thou shalt not take the name of the Most High thy power in vain. For the Most High will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain.
So now when you use the Most High's name, he counts it. You see what I'm saying? Just think of the little boy who cried wolf. Right? He's saying, wolf, wolf. There's a wolf out there. Right? What did everybody do? Oh my gosh, we gotta get the sheep. And then eventually, like, damn, he lied, bro. You know what I mean? He was lying the whole time. You know what I mean? The word vain in the other parts of the Bible is going to cover as lie also. It's not this word. Right, let me get that one for you too. Shaquar, right? There we go. Shaquar. Lie. Lie is shaquar. Right? This will come up in other places in context as vain. Because he's shouting wolf, wolf in vain. He's lying. Okay? Who else lie? Christians lie.
Right.
Christians believe that lying is okay.
Right.
They ask them like,
No.
You can't keep all the laws. Do you lie? No, I don't lie. Huh? You don't lie even sometimes? Not even to your wife. You only lie to your wife if you're scared of your wife.
Right.
You know, you can be honest. Wife? I got another wife. I think my wife's in here, right? Well, she knows already, right? They've met. You know what I mean? So I don't have to lie to my wife. You see what I'm saying? But there are Christians who don't have that strength. You see what I'm saying? Because Christianity don't give you strength, right? Good, right? So use the Lord's name in vain means you say it for nothing. Example, putting the Lord's name in Hebrew on a t-shirt. Using it on vain. That t-shirt's going to get dingy. You know what I mean? And glorifying the Lord by putting his name on a t-shirt. Right? Putting it on the side of a book. Look at the sign over here, right? This is the school logo over here, right? If you notice, right, we don't We don't even, can you see this online? We didn't import the Lord's name under the symbol. Okay, can you see the name down here? If you want to stand, you can look to see what name is under the school's logo here. Right? What name is that down here?
Yahushua.
That's the Yahushua. That's very good. Right? And there's a reason why we did that, to not use the Lord's name in vain. You don't write his name on nothing. You see what I'm saying? Absolutely nothing. Right?
Sloppy said that goes for a necklace. Have you had a charm with his name?
I would not do it.
God.
I would not do it. I would not get the Lord's name on a necklace. I know fake Israelites do it. I know that. I know fake Israelites. Fake Israelites don't know nothing. They talk about keeping the laws and they break the laws.
Right.
You know, Jeremiah will tell you in a minute. Like they say don't cook on the Sabbath. They all cooking on the Sabbath. You know what I mean? They all doing it. You know what I mean? They killing. They for sure starting their car. they killing the fire in that car. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't know what it means to not kindle the fire.
Right.
As serve our work. To work 6 days and the 7th day is a day off. You know what I'm saying? A day for you. The Sabbath is made for man, not man for the Sabbath. They don't know those things that Yahweh said. They don't know the Bible. Right? All fake like groups, they just watch us and then pretend to do the things that we do. And they don't have a General Mahiman because they don't have scripture breakdown, because they don't know. They just watch and copy. All right? I'm gonna give you as a heads up for anyone out there. All right? Good, right? So we gotta get back to Shem, all right? Name. So we got the. You can drop that. You can drop that, all right? But we get the whole idea about vain, right? Right quick. We're gonna do alphabet right quick. A, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ha, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, ta, za. Missing a qua. Right? So we got no space, right? Put a qua right here. Right here. No. Wait. All right, pasta's out. Yeah, you're right. Go ahead. Pasta's out. Erase all these three and make it fit properly. Very good, very good. All right. Come on. Put that in the garbage. All right. La, ma, na, sa, I, pa, ta, da, qua, ra, sha, tha. Right, heads up. There are 22 characters, right? When I started again, I started at La because I've been practicing for many years now. And La is the first letter of the second set, if you break it down in two. All right? That's how I studied. You know what I mean? Tell you that straight up. That's how I studied. This was a new language to me at one time, a short while ago, 7 years ago, right? 7 years ago, right? And I couldn't get it. It was alien language to me. You know what I mean? And I had to, like all things, you gotta break it down. You understand the scripture? You bring it to scripture breakdown. You break it down. You put it in half and rehearse the first half, and you rehearse the second half. Okay. Good. You got alphabet sheet?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're gonna say out loud. All right, you're gonna pronounce it. Go ahead.
A, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, ta, za, qua, ra, sha, tha.
Good, very good. Brothers, I want to give it a go. Go ahead, right quick.
Go right quick?
Yeah.
Oh, come. Abba, ga, da, ha, wa. I do, yeah. The way I do it.
You can do it. You can do it without looking at it. You want to say.
Yeah, just what I said.
Yeah, just say it.
Abad, Agab.
Take your time. Take your time. Pick up the hoary head. Pick up gray hairs.
Dahawa, Zakata, Yakala, Manasa, I Pataza, Quara, Shata.
There you go. Master, you got a sheet with you? Okay. I'm gonna send you a link to put on there. Right? So everyone online. Everyone online can get the sheet, right? Okay. Go ahead, Matthew, when you're ready, all right?
Abagada, Awaza, Kata, Yaka, Lamana, Sa, Ipa, Tiza, Para, Shata.
That was 12, Matthew, right? Cross the line, right? Scroll up. And we go right here. Right here. Oh, wait. Right here. That's right here. Keep going out. Right? Right. Stop it.
This is fire.
You got them on.
So, I'm sorry. Oh, thank you very much. That's a lot.
Or is there with the private chat?
Yeah. This is my logo.
All right, so everybody online,
Okay.
right? We put the link to the Hebrew alphabet sheet, right, in the private chat, right? I don't know how it's like. I've only been on this side of the window, so I don't really know how you access it unless brothers I know. I'm not sure brothers I know, right? But there's a private chat on the StreamYard with the Facebook. No. It's private for StreamYard users, right? Post it in the regular chat. Put the link in the public chat. Right? Anybody who wants that sheet, you click on that Google Drive link right there, right? To access the Hebrew sheet so you can look for yourself on your devices, right? Okay, good. Right? So now, as for Alak, this is a cow. Bayat is a tent. Gamal is the hump of a camel. The Lat is a door. Hana is a hand saying behold. Right? Wa is a fish hook. Za is for Zion, which is not Zion. Right? Zion is Tazaya one. Zion is weapon. Zion. Kawama. Fence through a wall. Right? Tana'a, bottom of a basket. This is for bag. Right? Bag or basket. Ya is for yard. This is your hand doing this. With the line in the middle to say you refer to this part of your hand right here. Right? Ka is for the mark in your hand to say the palm of your hand. Right? Ka. La is a walking stick of an elderly man. Elderly man helps you learn. He whoops you with that stick when you're naughty, you're doing something wrong. La, right? Ma is for mayam, water. Right? So we got it, right? Lamad, mayam, nawan is a seed. Right? Sprouting roots. Sa is for samak, a flag. Right? Swap is the right word for a flag, but the word for this is samak, say establish. A flag establishes territory. I for ayon, your eye, ayon. Pa, right, is your mouth. Your mouth is pa in Hebrew. Taza is for tazad. It says side. This is a man lying on his side. This is his leg out. It was one time written like so. With the circle here, right? Figure of a man laying on his side in bed. All right? And over time it became this instead of the round thing, instead of the head here, right? Okay? Kwa is for kwam. You gotta put this thing up in here like this. Because the idea of this whole thing is to say the sun is rising out of the sea. Here's the sea, right? Here is the sun. What sun is it going? What direction is the sun going? Up. Right, sun is going up. The sun rises. Kwam, I would say Kwam Yashral. Kwam. Right? Ra'ash is for a head. We got a nice afro like Matthew got. Right? We got a beard. We got a beard like brothers over there. Right? We got a nose. Right? We got an eye. Right? Ra'ash means head. Ra'ash. Right? Shan is 2 front teeth. Alright? And thou is for mark. Mark, X mark the spot, the mark of the beast, the mark of Yahweh. Mark that guy. Put a mark, target, the cross gears. Same thing. Alright? Mark of the beast is not a vaccine. Okay? Good. Okay? We want to go over the 4 rivers. No, wait. We still got to do the Eber, right? Okay. So let's get back to the Eber so we can get to the 4 rivers, right? Okay. So give me that again. What was that? Genesis 10 and 21. Go ahead.
Genesis chapter 10, verse 21. Unto Shem also, the father of all the children of Eber.
Eber. Key figure when it comes to language. Eber, right? Is I-bar in Hebrew. I-bar, right? I-bar. Right? And I-bar means past. Right? Keep reading.
Come. The brother of Japheth.
The brother of Japheth, right? Because we know that Noah had 3 sons, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. And Ham is the father of the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, the Libyans, very good, and the Canaanites. And not
the Negroes.
Give it my hand, man. You know what I mean? Because the Negroes come out of Shem. Right. Okay? Good. Eber, through transliteration, is the word Hebrew. Right? That I somehow became he. I don't know how they did that. That B right here is this B right here, and that R right here is this R right here. All right? Give me the definition of transliteration on Google, somebody. Transliteration. All right? Okay. So we got Eber, right, brothers? You still got the scripture? Read. Nice and loud.
The brother of Japheth, the elder. Even to him were children born.
Right, even unto them were children born. Right? Keep going.
Verse 22.
So what they're saying is out of Shem. Right? Read from the top again.
Unto Shem.
Unto Shem. Shem was one of the sons of Noah. Read.
Also, the father of all the children of Eber.
Right. So a key thing, famous man. Why? Because this is in our lineage. He was the father of who?
Of all the children of Eber.
All the children of Hebrews, to say all of the Hebrews. All the children of Eber. Eber is where Eber came from. And the children of Eber, right, were known as the Hebrews. All right? It's like saying with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob then will change to Israel. And all of the children of Israel will be the 12 tribes. All the children of Eber, all the children of the man named Hebrew, his children became known as the Hebrews. All right? Keep going on, brothers. Wait, you got the scripture? You got the
Yeah, transliteration.
Go ahead, Brian.
Transliteration is a type of conversation of a text from one script to another that involves swapping letters.
There we go. Whoa. We swapped the letter. We swapped out the E. Okay, first, they swapped out the I to become an E here. That's one transliteration. right? The B is still there, the R is still there, but then they swapped out the vowel. Because here, there is no vowel. There's no E here, there's no A here, right? We just go by the sound of the character. But English requires vowels. Like you see people that do this all the time. Right? You ever seen that before? To say the Lord's name. This is what the oppressor called a tetragrammaton. Tetragrammaton. Right? And they're doing this to say the spelling of the Lord's name in Hebrew. Right? Yahweh, right? Right? Yahweh, right? But now, you can't pronounce this in English. Because in English, to say anything, you need vowels, right? To spell out things in English. So in English, to say Yah, you have to put an A here. Because this is not Yah in English. This is Yah. You see what I'm saying? And this is Huh. And this is Woo. And this is Huh. But to get the sounds of how we spoke Yahweh, you need something called vowels. Yahweh. You need vowels in English. But we didn't need vowels in Hebrew. Because this was a sound, and this was a sound, and this was a sound, and this was a sound. All right? Right. Go ahead, brother.
So that sounds, you guys say you have an H there, the ha.
Say it again.
The ha, because I'm looking at the, you said the tetragrammaton?
Yeah.
What, that's the Yah in the front?
This and this are both labeled tetragrammatons. Right? They both label that. This is the tetragrammaton in Hebrew, Aramaic, or Paleo, right? And this is the tetragrammaton in English. Right? So they swap out the Y for this. Read the transliteration again.
Transliteration is a type of conversation of a text from one script to another.
So you got two scripts. One script is the Hebrew, and then you have a transliteration where you're trying to translate the script. Right? Keep reading.
Conversion of a script from one script to another.
The key word is conversion. Right? In other words, they're trying to convert this into how you can say in the modern tongue. Keep reading. Say it again.
No, they're good at converting.
Yeah, right? Right? Come on. Yeah, man. Go ahead.
From one script to another. That involves swapping letters in predictable ways.
And swapping letters in predictable ways, meaning they got a pattern with how they transliterate things. So now you got every name in the Bible. Ishmael. You can say any name of any tribe or nation, right? Moab, right? Israel, right? You know what I mean? They took the Yah and they put an I here. You know what I mean? The Shah became an S. They just swapped it up. Took out the, here we go. Here's Yah, Shah, Allah. They swapped out the Yah, they put an I there. They put the whole Shah and put an S there. Right? So we got I, we got S. The R, they turned into what? The R, they put an R here. Right? And then you got this thing, you wonder why all these Moors would be so confused about El. Oh my gosh, the great El. Elohim. Right? It's because of the conversion called transliteration. Right? The L, so they got the R, they got the A here with the R, because it is Ra, right? And then they always have the L, the great L. Because that L is to say Allah, which is the word for God in Hebrew. God, power, authority. All right? Who else does that? Elohim is the same thing. Let's get Elohim on the board. Okay. Word for gods, right? Referring to the angels. Right? The angels are powers, right? We had a hurricane pass right today. they lowered it down to a tropical storm. But the force behind the wind is an angel, right? Give me that in Ecclesiasticus 39 and 20. You know who? No, you stay on Tetragrammaton. Matthew can get that, right? Brothers, all right. Matthew, right? He's gonna get Ecclesiasticus 39 and start at 28, right? So now gods in Hebrew to say angels is La, right? That's singular, right? La, right? And then to make it plural, Yah, right? So now what they do? The same thing over here. The A, right, became an E. It's predictable. A is E here. A is E. The R is E here, right? The R in Yahshua Allah. The R became E. R became E. We plug the E. The L, the L, right, it's the same L. So we put the L here, right? Now they over here they turned the H into an O, right? Is that how it works? No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. The O, okay. L-O. Okay, so we got R, and then the lo is for the la, and then they got the ha, right? And they put the H there, and then the ya became an I, the same way how the ya was an I here, right? And then the ma, right, is the M. So that's how they got Elohim, right? Read that part again. Conversion.
Conversion of a text from one script to another.
Conversion of a script from one script to another. Read.
That involves swapping letters.
Swapping letters. So we just did 2 swappings of letters, right? Keep reading.
In predictable ways.
In predictable ways. I looked at how they translated Israel, right? Yasha Allah to Israel, and I use the same method down here because it's predictable. All right, in predictable ways. All right. So there was no vowels in the Hebrew, right? European vowels came in from the time of the Khazars when they converted to being Jewish, right? For their safety's sake between the Christian and the Ottoman wars. And now we have predictable, read it again, predictable what? Swapping of letters.
In predictable ways.
Swapping letters in predictable ways all over the place. All right? And this is good. So you come across a word, you come across somebody who's saying something and they're acting like they were smart because they're talking some Yiddish. You can plug in and plug out the letters of what they're saying to assume what they're saying. Another one, right? Here's what the Jewish man does, right? The Jewish man will have something called a mitzvah. You heard it before? Mitzvah, right? I'm gonna just put it in, right? This is ma ta za b, right? One time the B didn't exist. B was a B. You talk to Dominicans, where there would be a V in Spanish, they're gonna say it B instead. What's one of the words, man? I don't know the top right now, right? But that's a B. Ma ta zaba, right? Ma ta zaba, which just means commandment. Commandment. Refer to the law. All right? We have commanding General Yahana, right? Commanding, right? They get commanding on the board, right? Commanding, right? Already commander, right? In Hebrew is commander, but in English, commanding General Yahana, right? In Hebrew, commander is ma tazab ya'ah. Right? That's commander in Hebrew. Matazab ya'ah. All right? So the root word is matazab. And of course, compound word, you take the tazab off. Let's get tazab in the Strongs. Oh, we got Strong's Concordance in the back, right? Matthew, you're gonna hold this ready for me, right? Just put it to the side for now, right? You're gonna start at the part where it says paragraph 3. When we get to the four of this breakdown, okay. We Tazab, right. So we know about these Strong's Concordance, right? You get this book on Amazon at $12, $16, right? This one says $15.97, but I believe it should be only for like $12, right? You got every single word in the Bible in English. They label it with the location of the Bible, right? Whether it be in the book of Numbers or wherever in the Old Testament, Malachi, Jeremiah, Isaiah. And with them, you have concordance codes. Those concordance codes is every Hebrew word that occurs in the Bible in our language, right? In alphabetical order, numbering 1 for R and Zah for the last 4-digit Hebrew word, right? 4-digit meaning the numbers it's labeled with, right? Right. So we're looking for Tazah. Okay. So I'm at Zah right now. So I gotta keep going forward, right? So this is like a Hebrew Bible, Hebrew dictionary, right? It's like a Hebrew dictionary. La manasa I Tazah, right? I Tazah. I gotta keep going. I Tazah. That's I right there. Okay. I Tazah. One more. 2 4. Okay, here we go. Okay, Tazah war. Okay, here we go. Tazah. Okay, we're looking for Tazab. Okay. It says here, Tazaba'ah. Here we go. Here's what we want right here. A primitive to mass, assemble, fight, or perform muster, wait upon war. You know, in other words, the root word is Tazaba'ah, which is the command. Tazaba'ah. Okay. What's Tazab? Tazab is root to establish. Canopy, species, lizard. Okay, so Tazaba'ah is root word, right? Tazaba'ah. Tazaba'ah is the word to say command. So this is the root word. So from Tazaba'ah is Matazaba'ah. Right? Let me check this word right here for the spelling. We're gonna go back in here and go back to Ma. We got Na right here. Ma Shal Manasa La Manasa. So what I do now is I look for the first character, the Ma, and then behind that you're gonna have in alphabetical order for the second letters in the same rows, right? How much people we got online? I want to show the brothers in the class this too. 9. You got other Strongs right there. Okay, you using that one. I'm gonna pass the Strongs around in a minute so I can get a look at it, right? Okay. La ma na sa. By the way, if you ever get a Strongs, bring it to class. So you got a Strongs? You got an app. Okay. Okay. I wanted to use my app too, but I wanted brothers to see how it's done manually. Right? I got it on a Kindle. I don't know how the other apps work. If you say it's good, it's good.
I'm not that familiar with using it myself, sir.
Okay, show me after class, all right? We'll see, you know, you just let me know and I'll download it myself and I'll see if I can recommend it to others too. All right? You can download for free, right? And can use it, hell yeah. Right? I got this on $1.99 on Kindle. So I got it on my tablet. I don't got no books. So I got books on the tablets. All the books I would order online on Amazon, they now got a Kindle button and it just downloads right there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, so there we go. Mataza. Hold on, Mataza. Going back up. Matazaba. I ain't Matazaba. Okay, there we go. Matazab. It says from a fixed spot, an office, military post, garrison station. Okay. Military station. Okay, these are they're saying it like this because just like any command from the Lord, it's like a military order. You know what I mean? You better do it. You know what I mean? You go against a military order, you could get locked up for treason in America. You see what I'm saying? You know, you run off post, you run off your military post, they call that, what they call that, treason, right? You know what I mean? You go to the other side, they call that espionage or something like that, right? Yeah, and that's what a lot of our Christians have done. You know what I mean? They say they about God and they go in the Bible, and then they run to Satan. Ooh, they go to espionage, man. All right. Matazaba. Okay. We got military guard here. All right, Matazaba. Something stationed. Column, memorial stone, idol, garrison, image, pillar. Okay. Talking about, and they said image or pillar, right? Because they're referring to heathens that obey statues. Statues give heathens commands. I don't know how, but statues is somehow the heathen God, and some statue that does this. Some statue that does that is telling them to go to war or to not go to war. Because somebody's lying, man.
Right.
They're lying, man. They're lying and saying it's that God when it really is him. All right? Yeah. God is all love, not in the Bible. Some oppressor said that. And he carried that from his forefathers who lied and said this about some other Greek Roman god for their own benefit. Go ahead, Brian.
Right. Quick question, sir. The Ottomans that came up, there was the Byzantine Empire on one side, the Ottomans on the other side. The Ottoman Turks, are those the Muslims that came up? Is the Ottomans and Ottoman Turks the same people?
Okay, Ottoman, say it again.
The Ottomans that at the time of the conversion of the Jewish people, and was that like 700 AD? They had the Byzantine on one side and the Ottomans, or the Muslims on the other, right?
The Muslims, the Arabic powers, yes, right. So it was a Christian war, not Christian in the sense of the truth. Right around that time, they tried to pervert everything about the Bible, and put heathen gods in the mind of people who think about the Bible, right? To the point now we got Christmas and Easter, right? It's coming from back then, right? But now think of the oppressor with the Bible, and then think of really the same white man, right? In Arabia, right? So there's white people and Arabs together in the Ottoman. White people got to the Arabian powers from the time of Alexander the Greek.
Right.
He went up into the Middle East, and he planted himself there. You know what I mean? You got Christ calling white women the door from that time.
Right.
Those people eventually, all over time, became Arabs. A lot of people you see in the Middle East today, a lot of them are white, some of them are Arabs, a lot of them are Caucasians. White Caucasians, some of them, all right? So there's a mix of there because Esau, as like Obadiah said, has filled the faces of all of the cities in the world. So he's over here, he's in Arabia, he's in Europe, he's in Australia, he's in Africa. You know what I mean? He's Bob Marley.
Right.
He's singing reggae. Right. Okay? So the Ottoman Turks is the Muslim forces, which is just the Arabic forces, and there's white people in there, right? So just think of the heathen force, right? Just think of that, and then
collaboration of the heathen forces.
Yeah, you know what I mean? On the Christian side, now on the Ottoman Turks, we had Negroes in there, You know what I mean? We're Negroes in the Moors, even though we're not the Moors. The same way like how we're not the Ottomans. Right? But the Ottomans weren't white. They were like the Arabic forces. I don't know the story behind of whether it's Edomite or Ishmaelite running the thing. Right?
So basically like the concept of Hellenism, but it goes into all nations. The same practices of taking on other names and cultures. Hellenism is a good word, but Hellenism is a word strictly for Israelites. All right.
Right? Okay, when it comes to the heathen, right? Heathens always think they need alliances. They always think they need allies. You know what I mean? They always need like America. America is a melting pot like Babylon, right? Right. Heathens work like that when they want to be great. They let other people in, and you can convert and now be a citizen there. Right. You know, it's like that. It's confusing, right? You know, Christian side you had on the Christian side was really the white time to run things. So the Byzantine was Negro dominated, but there was white people there too under Negro rule, right? And then you had the talking about the Eastern Roman Empire, right? That was the black side, and then you had the Western Roman Empire, which was more like the dominant white side. You had Negroes there too, under them, being oppressed and calling whatever middle-aged word for nigger back then, right? In Latin, whatever nigger, whatever is niger, probably niger. You know what I mean? Probably call it niger, and they probably ain't think about niger black. You know what I mean? Come on, you know what I mean? So that's that. And in the middle of that, what white does the Jewish man convert to? White Christian or white Ottoman? He says, you know what? Christians follow the Bible, right? They follow Jesus Christ. And the Ottomans, they follow Muhammad, who took the culture of the Israelites. They love Isa, which is Jesus. They love Musa, which is Moses. You know what? We're gonna be the Bible. We're gonna be the people of the Bible. We're gonna say that we're the Judites. And now they're the Jews. Jewish. You know what I mean? Jeremiah said yesterday, like you could be a grown man, and I could call you childish, but you're not a child. But you're childish. Like you're sort of kind of like a child. Right. Then there's the Jewish man. He's not the Jew, but he's kind of sort of like the Jew. He's European. He's still doing European stuff, putting salt on crackers, but then he does the Passover and he does the Day of Atonement, sort of kind of. He does the Yom Kippur. You know what I mean? You know, sort of kind of. You know what I mean? Right. Go ahead, press this up.
It's like it's getting off topic, but it relates to what you just said about, you know what I'm saying, so-called Jewish. Because you asked the question, because anybody can convert to become Jewish.
Yeah.
Anybody,
Africans do it all the time.
African, or Chinese people. So could Chinese people become Jewish, and they would say yes, but this is the criteria. I'm going to be above you. That's the criteria for them to be ahead. I tell you what to do. Yes, you can become Jewish, but you know that I'm the head. I'm telling you that you will become Jewish.
What he's saying is very key. Wow. Because America does the same thing.
Yeah.
Babylon does the same. Babylon said, you reading the Bible, right? Babylon. We was reading Genesis chapter 10. We still in chapter 10? Give me chapter 11 where Babylon said everyone in one speech. All right, that one speech too is one language. That's a good verse for Hebrew too, right?
11:1.
1. All right, go ahead.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 11 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
And the whole earth was of one language.
Right.
And
everyone in the world at that time spoke Hebrew. See what I'm saying? The heathen were united, but were able to be united because they all could understand each other. Keep reading.
And of one speech.
One speech. Keep reading.
And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar.
They found a plain in the land of Shinar, right? And by the way, all this is within the land of the four rivers. The land of the four rivers is the Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden is the land of Israel. Right? Keep going.
Verse 3. Oh, excuse me, the end of 2. And they dwelt there. Verse 3. And they said one to another, go to, let us make brick, and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. Verse 4. And they said, go to, let us build a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven. And let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. Verse 5. And the Most High came down to see the city and the tower, which the children of men builded. Verse 6. And the Most High said, behold, the people is one.
The people are what?
The people is one.
People are united, man. Most High in Christ that the America ain't one. The people ran up into Capitol Hill like terrorism. It was like there's no better sign that the country's done. You know what I mean? We at the end, man.
Right.
You know, don't give up now. But this is the time to get strong. Joel said this, man. Let the weak say, "I am strong," man.
Right.
I mean, this is not the time to be sitting at home and watching class online, man. You gotta get up in here. You gotta get the camp. You see what I'm saying? It's time to bring the kingdom come, man. The kingdom comes not with observation, man.
Right.
Man, I got me a good bottle of Bartonura that day, man. Woo. I don't know if y'all know about Bartonura. Wine. You know what I mean? Wine. Can't believe who put me on. Yeah, wine. This is sweet wine. It's not strong as it goes like strong. This is wine you sip. I don't know. It makes me feel like a king, man. There's something different. You got strong and then you got wine. Right. Wine is not like strong. Strong make you happy and you know what I mean? Wine make you feel like a ruler. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah, if you got a sofa at home, your sofa becomes a throne. So let's say it straight up. You know what I mean? There's another one I can't find no more called Saracco. Saracco. Man. You know what I mean? If you want to be a king in your house, man, you know what I mean? You want to get just for a while, just not be, you know, the poor, you know, the broken brother you've been all your life. You know what I mean? I feel like a king for a moment. That wine right there. You know what I mean? Now you don't have to get these wines. I don't get no money for it. You know what I mean? I ain't promoting nothing else. But I'm just saying these are things that I drank before. I drink strong too. You know what I mean? And I'm not really a fan of anything in particular. You know what I mean? Most of the time, I don't even like to drink. I will drink with the brothers. I'm not against drinking. I can drink, but you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I gotta have my head on my body. That's just me personally. You know, you can do whatever you want. You can drink moderate. You can drink a lot, and then have days where you don't. But self-control is the thing all the time. I gotta be in control of what I'm doing. I gotta be in control of my thoughts, my behavior. You know what I mean? That's what kind of man I am. You know what I mean? No problem, right? But yeah, the country's coming to an end, and we gotta do more. You know what I mean? Straight up, saying I would like to see brothers. A lot of brothers online have been stolen. That's what the Lord gonna open the mouth of Kanye West and Kyrie Irving. The Lord could make rocks talk. Right. You know what I mean? We all thought that celebrities could not talk. You know what I mean? Kanye West, they said he was the richest black man since forever in America. They say he was the first black billionaire. I don't know how true that is. You know what I mean? But they say he was the first black billionaire as a black man in America. You know what I mean? And he opened up his mouth. He done got the title already. 400 billion. Come on, that's more money than most brothers will ever see. You see what I'm saying? And Kanye West, I don't know, he don't seem like no idiot. He seems like a guy who generates money. That's why they don't like him. He generates money. You see, he's so sneaky. He knows how to move an economy. He's not like a boxer, get a bunch of money, and then buy the whole hood BMWs. The BMWs depreciate, and next thing you know, he broke looking for another fight. Right. You see what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, you know what I mean? So when America goes down, Jeremiah said, America goes down, we're going to come up. So someone had their hand up, Slug.
I did, Slug. And you're right about that. You know, there's a lot of, you know, some brothers and sisters is sitting back. A lot of brothers and sisters is not thinking about, you know, that's the Bible, that's the white man's Bible. Now my phone is ringing. My phone is ringing from, you know what I'm saying, from the brothers that I grew up in the hood. Now my phone is ringing.
Your phone should ring.
My phone,
Their phone should ring. Their feet should stop. Now they're asking questions. Yo, yeah.
Now it's locking, sir.
Yeah.
And now they're asking for some, you know what I'm saying? Can I talk to you? I don't believe in that stuff. First it was like this, it's locked, sir.
Yeah.
Sidetrack. I don't believe in that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Me and you don't agree. You know what I mean? You know, I like white women. Me and you don't agree. But I need you to talk to my son.
Oh.
At first it was.
Oh,
like,
wait. Why couldn't he talk to his son? Why couldn't he tell his son about white women? Everybody, it's not working. Your son seeing you with a white woman, ain't working. Your son seeing you with weed ain't working. Your son seeing you with, drug money ain't working. Ooh, I don't know. Your son seeing your son worshiping white Jesus ain't working. Yeah, then you might like brothers said, you might want to try something different. You might want to see what's working for others. You know what I mean? It worked for me here. See what I'm saying? But we gotta get back on it though, right? So what scripture was he at?
This is verse 6, sir.
All right. Give me the part where it says, keep reading.
Genesis 11:6. And the Most High said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Verse 7, go to, let us go down and there confound their language.
This was the angels talking. Let us go down and confound their language. The Lord is the one who commanded the angels to give them different languages for the purpose of not uniting the heathens, which is different than what Christians say. The Christians say we all bleed red. What Christians say about unity? No hate. They say something. Say again.
We all the human family.
We all the human family. We're the human race.
Yeah.
We're the human race. We all came from Adam. Right. You know what I mean? You have to love everybody. You know what I'm saying? You have to bend over for everybody. That's not true. Right. That's not true, black women. All right. Black women, you should only bend over for black men.
Right.
Right. Number one.
Right.
When they say that they can love everybody, number one thing, they told the black girls to go get a white man. Don't get none of these black guys in the hood. Go get you a better life. You ever heard that before? Exactly. In other words, they're all together. They're one speech. They're together. They go to towers, but the Babylonians are on top. You see what I'm saying? They go in the top of Babylon. It's not really like they're saying it's for all of us. It's for we all together. But it was just a scheme, man. It was just, it was just thing to trick them, the other people, to get in on the plan. You know what I mean? At the same time, Nimrod ruled, man. Nimrod ruled and everybody was under them. Same you go to Islam today. You know what I mean? You become a black Muslim. You go to Mecca. They're gonna call you Obed, right? Obed from that O came from Hebrew too. Say I, that O, right? Ibad, right? Ibad in Hebrew is to say servant, serve. Right? They're gonna call you in Arabic, Obed. Same thing with the transliteration we was talking about earlier, right? Let's say Ibad in English, right? And you turn the I into how it's written like O. That's how you got Obadiah. Obadiah really Ibadiah, right? And you plug in the vowel, right? You plug in the vowel. Same thing we were talking about a while ago with the conversion, right? Obed. That's what the Arabs are gonna call you, Obed. You see what I'm saying? When you go over there to Mecca, they're gonna tell you to thank you for converting to their religion. In other words, it ain't yours. You see what I'm saying? And you become a servant of Allah. You see what I'm saying? That's what they're gonna say. They're gonna call you a servant of Allah, and they're not gonna refer to themselves as a servant of Allah. In other words, you come to serve them. Really, they Allah. You see what I'm saying? Because Allah don't talk without them talking. It's just like a statue don't talk without the man behind the statue talking about this God. The star of Molech, same thing. Right? Molech was a god, and then you got the star of that god. right? And that star of that God has got all the sayings, right? The same thing with Buddha. Buddha got the skinny one that's in gold, and you got the fat belly one. And that fat belly one tells you how to get rich and how to do everything. That's the star of that God. For what? For Christianity, you got the white God in heaven, and then you got the star of that God, which is the white Jesus Christ doing this all the time, and doing this and whatever. And he got all the sayings. Things that's not in the Bible. God loves everybody. That's not in the Bible. God loves everybody. That's not in the Bible. See, color is not in the Bible. That's not in the Bible. I just look in the Bible. I see black. I am black. Right. I see beryl, brass. I see every color is in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. All right, what time we got this? We got to get these 4 rivers.
8:30.
Okay. Do we get the point? We should got the point there, right? Give me back to Eva. Genesis 10. Right? Genesis 10. Give me 10 and 25. We gotta get to the point, all right? We gotta get out of it.
Genesis chapter 10. You said 25, sir?
Yeah.
10 and 25. Genesis 10 and 25. And unto Eber was born 2 sons. The name of one was Peleg.
Peleg. I believe that means to divide, right? Go ahead.
For in his day was the earth divided.
God.
And his brother's name was Joktan.
Yaquatan in Hebrew, which means he's small. Right? That Joktan is how you got the term Yucatan Peninsula. Because the Latinos knew they were Israelites. And they're looking at themselves as on the other side of the planet, over there on this other side of the land, on the other half of the planet. And they just say, okay, well, this must have been from when the earth was divided in the days of the Eber sons. That's what they assumed. And they named the land after that to memorialize their past. All right? Because they're Hebrews too. Latinos and Native Indians are Hebrews. Right? They're the sons of Israel. All right?
Right.
Okay? I'm missing something, brother. Give me verse 20. Give me verse 23.
Verse 23.
Oh, give me verse 22.
Verse 22. The children of Shem. Elam.
Elam, that's the East Indians. Right? Them East Indians are Shemites too. Right? Keep reading. In the UK, they got all kind of slurs for the East Indians, calling Pakis and all kind of stuff, red dots. That's anti-Semite.
Right.
These are Shemite people.
Right.
That's anti-Semitic, man. Right. Keep going.
And Ashur.
And Ashur, that's where the Assyrians came from. Ashur. All right. So let's put on the board. Elam, East Indians. Assur is the Assyrians. Right, so these are Shemite people. These are sons of Shem. Right, keep going.
And Arphaxad?
Arphaxad, we don't know who Arphaxad is. He's some random Middle Eastern garbage. Arphaxad. Somebody will put it in slavery if you allow him to. Right. Okay, the reason why we don't know who Arphaxad is because when the Assyrians took rule, right, they made everybody swap identities. Right? So they were the first one who made you not be an Israelite no more. That's what they was trying to do, even though we knew we wasn't getting it beaten out of us, but they would take you out of your land and say like they'll put like, okay, at that time, you read about this in 2 Kings. They took us out of our lands, they put us in the land over there, right? And then they went and got some Ethiopians and some other people from the north and put in the Israelite land and swapped everybody around so that everybody could be one people, like in Babylon. So they say, okay, you can't be the chosen people no more because you're going to be above everybody. Nah, we need everybody to be the same. Put you in these lower people, put them into the high people's lands, you know what I mean, as a way to have everybody become one. It's like in America, right? Everyone comes here and you become one, you become a melting pot. You're no longer Chinese, you're not American. And then you ask him who he is, I'm American born Chinese. And then I'm American born African. I'm not African American, but I'm African American. I'm Chinese American, African American, Arab American. And now we that's in there saying, looking about, we're not these African Americans. So are we African? What are we? You know what I mean? I'll tell you we're the Israelites.
That's right.
Right? No problem. You say something, Brian?
You was dropping so much out there. There was a lot going through my head at the time.
No sweat.
Who would the Syrians be today on Earth?
Iran. No, wait. Slack it. Wait. Who was Saddam Hussein? What country was that? Iraq. They're the Persians. Right. Iran. I think Iran. No.
I thought Iran was the Persian.
Iran is the Persians. Assyrian is Syria. That's what Assyria is. That Syria is to say Assyria. All right, so what country of Syria? I can't remember on the map. You have the map here no more? Right? The Syrians are in Syria. Right?
Right.
Come here, give me a hug.
right.
Come here. My son right, my firstborn son right.
Oh, Fred.
Go ahead. You bored? Yeah, I don't seem too often. You know, he wants attention.
Right.
Come here, camera. See if I got no games on here for you. All right, I know you've been in there for a while now. You can face this racing game right here. Yeah, there you go. Hold my phone. Have a seat. Okay. Who else was on there? Fact said, who else?
Here we go. And Lad or Lud.
Say again. Oh,
Lud.
Lud. Okay, so for the names that we don't know, you can go into your Zondervans, right? I don't think the Zondervans say exactly what fact that is. They gotta look for Lud in the Zondervans there. Go ahead, keep going.
And Aram.
And Aram. That's the Aram right here, Brian. Aram for Aramaic. He was one of the sons of Shem. He was the last son of Shem. All right. Keep reading, Professor.
Verse 23. And the children of Aram.
And the children of Aram. So now they were them again. All the other sons irrelevant. That's how we think. You're irrelevant when you come out of the lineage. You see what I'm saying? So the son, who are the sons of all of Moab? We don't give a damn. In the Bible, we don't give a damn. We just say those are the Moabites to this day.
Right.
You know what I mean? And those are the Ishmaelites to this day. We don't give a damn who we are, who they are. You know what I mean? That's how we think. Keep going.
Uz.
We got Uz. Keep going.
And Hall.
Right. He got. So how many sons you got there?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 3, 4.
Okay. Keep going.
And Gither.
Gither. What was the one before Gither?
Hul.
Who or H-U-L?
H-U-L.
Okay, keep going.
And the last one is Mash.
Mash. Okay. So keep reading.
Verse 24. This is going on and Arphaxad. Beget Sila. And Sila beget Eber.
I think there we go. Arphaxad gave birth to Eber. There we go. Arphaxad gave back to Eber. Okay. There you go. So Arphaxad was the father to Eber. There we go. So Shem, Arphaxad, and Eber.
Slack it, sir. Arphaxad begot Selah, and then Selah begot Eber.
Read it again. Wait. Give me the verse up again, Brother Zahn.
All right. Verse 23. As a matter of fact, let me go on 22. The children of Shem. We got Elam and Ashur and Arphaxad.
Okay, keep going.
And Lo. And Amram.
and Aram, right?
And it says, verse 23.
Uh-huh.
And the children of Aram.
Children of Aram, go ahead.
His Uz.
Okay, remember now, okay, in the Bible, right, everything is put in there for a reason. Okay? So now we did have a land of, I think we had a land of Uz in the Bible. That might be a reason why, you know, this is even here, right? Keep reading, brothers. I'm trying to catch up to you right quick.
God. And Uz and Hall.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Give me verse 24.
Verse 24.
Yeah.
Arphaxad beget Salah.
Salah, right? Salah, right? Arphaxad begat Salah. Keep going.
And Salah begat Eber.
And Salah begat Eber. There we go. Right, and then 25. Go ahead.
And unto Eber was born 2 sons.
And unto Eber were born 2 sons. Right? Joktan and Peleg, right? So good. So Arphaxad, my mistake, right? Arphaxad was the chosen seed to have the lineage. Okay? Now, Eber, right? Around this time, that's right in the next chapter, the Lord divided everybody's languages. Everyone's still speaking the same language, but these were the families of the earth in that time, with the Hamites we read earlier, and then the Japhites, right? So this is our family. This is how the family tree of the earth were brought forth after the flood of Noah, when the Lord killed everybody, because God don't love everybody like the Christian church said, right? Right. So the Lord slaughtered everybody, killed everybody, because he didn't love them. He didn't love their lifestyle, right? And then through Shem, Arphaxad, Salah, and Eber, right, were the Hebrews born. All right? And everyone gone. And then the Lord divided the languages of the East Indians, the Assyrians, the children of Assur, and Lud. One of these people, the Donovan says he doesn't know who they are. Right? It's given the name of Aram, right? It's just random heathen trash people. Right? Of course, everyone's good for something, but you know, the Lord counts them as nothing. He counts them as a drop in a bucket, spittle. You see what I'm saying? So I'm only speaking from that point. Right? People who disobey the Lord and are drooling for the opportunity to enslave us. Right. So I'm gonna talk about them like that, all right? No problem. So that's that. That's where Aram came from. They tried to say that the Hebrew was one of Eber's great uncles. That's what it is right there. That's the point right there. All right, they say that this is Aramaic. This thing right here is Aramaic, is older than Hebrew. That's what they say. It's not true now. So they just look somewhere on the list and say, oh, no, not him. Oh, no, not from the line. Him. Call it this. Because really, this ain't theirs anyways. They're running from that. This up until probably about the time the Romans then ran in. This was our writing style. Like you look at history, we wrote like this. We wrote what the Jewish man calls Aramaic. So he has to say the Jews are not black. Take it back, Kyrie. That's not Hebrew. That's Aramaic. You're not a Hebrew. They're trying to give you a way back by giving you the wrong path back. Right. So now you're the Igbo tribe. You're not the Israelites. You can be Igbo. Let Kyrie Irving say he's some Igbo. That's fine. Fine. Be an Igbo. Be an Igbo. Be an Ashanti. Be a Rastaman. Be all that crap. Be the original black man. Be the Asiatic black man. Be whatever you want. But don't say you the Jew. Right. Don't say you the Jew. And don't call that Hebrew. And don't look for this. Look for whatever they say. You can be Jewish, you convert, and write like this. Write like this. Right? Right? But don't be writing that ghetto black, we don't know who it came from, Aram. Like, you don't determine. Who told you that you determined where this language came, who it came from in the family tree? Who the hell told you that you determined who that came from? Come on, man. Most I for intelligent black men in the Israelite school of UPK in 1969, man.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Giving us the right path, man. The scripture says, look for the old path. We don't look for no new path or no modern path. Oh, but that's the Bible. That's a long time ago. You gotta be more into modern times. Nah, man. F modern times, man. Modern times full of sodomites, man. You know what I mean? We want the old time, man. We want biblical law, man. You know what I mean? We want to put drug dealers to death, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? We want sisters wearing dresses, man.
Right.
That's what we want. We want decent families again, man. We want the old path. We want the old way. You know what I mean? The hell with English. Hell with Spanish or French.
Right.
Give me what's mine back. You know what I mean? God. All right, no problem. 4 rivers. Genesis 2 and 11. Right? You got that. Hold that book there ready and steady, all right? God. Professor, if you can let the young man read Bible shot, right?
Oh, come.
So
You still want Ecclesiastes?
yes, we're gonna need that. Read it right now, so we can get out of the way.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 39 and verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
He seeth from everlasting to everlasting.
What verse is that?
Verse 20.
Not 20. That ain't for 20. That's for the Most High sees everything, right? That's what he's saying, right? Give me verse 28.
Verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance.
The Lord created spirits, and the Lord created spirits for vengeance. See, there's some spirits that He created for vengeance. Now, where is the Christian church talking about this? In the Bible. In the Bible. There. I thought God was a nice guy. I thought God would never hurt nobody. I thought God don't hate. I thought God only loves. He got nothing. He doesn't feel hate. He doesn't feel jealous. He doesn't feel hate. He doesn't feel angry. But then we got a word for angry in the Bible is up. You're gonna see this a couple times. Up. Angry. That's what the Lord gets angry for. Right? Keep reading.
Which in their fury,
the Lord created these spirits for vengeance, talking about the angels. The Lord created certain angels for vengeance. That's the whole point of having the name Gabriel. Right? Another name that they butchered and transliterated. Right? Gabriel. Right? Gabriel. Right? Which is just God. Right? God. And then we got the Ba there, right? Ba. God, Bar. Right? And Yah. Right? And Ah. And La. Gabar Ya Allah. See what they did there? Gabar Ya Allah. And Gabar is the word for warrior. In other words, Christians can't tell you what Gabriel means. Gabriel means warrior angel, not love angel. Right? Warrior angel, warrior of the Most High. That's Gabar Ya Allah. Gabriel is into killing, man. You know what I mean? Go ahead, brothers. By no means are we inciting no violence. Christ said to be peaceful with all men. Right. And when we go to camp, we're looking to be peaceful with all men. Right. And we're looking to compensate, and we're looking to war against the spiritual strongholds upon our people. Right. Right. But we're not looking to harm anybody. That's not our commandment from Yahushua the Christ. But there will be killing when Yahushua comes out of the sky. Right. We will be organized and assembled to take hold of all the people on the earth, only when a black man comes out of the sky with 100 million other black men with wings, and that'll be a different day. Right. And I have to say it like that because it sounds so ridiculous, and we are not going to hurt anybody until that day when black men with wings come flying out of the sky with wings. Right? And you know, a black man called Jesus Christ, He's gonna look a little something like this. Right. When he comes out of the sky, we are going to take up guns and knives and swords and weapons like you never believed, and we're going to defeat anybody with bombs and guns in their hand. You know what I mean? Whatever we got. Only when a figure like this comes out of the sky, right? As long as nothing like this comes out of the sky, white people, you don't got to worry, right? Jewish men, you don't have to worry about a thing. Okay, we've been peaceful since 1969, but we do believe in self-defense. Right. and we will kick you behind. If you cross the line, only if you cross the line. The whole world is safe when nobody crosses the line. All right. But when that day comes now, oh wait, where will fall in this thing? Where will fall, nigga? Oh my gosh! Only when he comes out of the sky. Right? No problem. Right? And only by the command of Yahweh the Christ. Right? Okay. No problem. Keep reading.
Which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
Right. Now, what you saw today was a sore stroke. You saw New York got a little bit, got bad traffic all over the city. Right? There's homes demolished in Florida. I don't get it with some of these white Floridians, man. You know what I mean? Like, if it's not, I wonder if the homes that remain, if they just consider themselves lucky till next year, because till next year, right? Because at some point, the Lord gets you, man. Right. The angels of the Most High get it. Right? Keep going.
In the time of destruction.
In the time of what?
Destruction.
God brings destruction. Right, keep going.
They pour out their force.
Pour out their fury, their force. Keep reading.
And appease the wrath of him that made them.
There you go. That's the whole idea. Right? Just imagine an angry slave master. But we can think of it like this, right? We watch movies, right? You got an angry slave master, but he doesn't throw the whip because he's a vagina, right? So he gets the biggest, strongest black man to do the whipping for him. I think today they call it the police, right? And then he calls his slave driver, and he whips you until the slave master says, "Okay, it's been 121 times you whipped him. You can stop now," right? Well, the Lord does that to him and his children, right? By the way of angels. And he brings a hurricane from the Caribbean on up. I mean, everyone in Caribbean somehow is always safe. You might get one brother in Jamaica die, one brother in Puerto Rico die, maybe. Sometimes none. Their house might get demolished because they're sinners, right? But when it comes to America, my gosh, man, y'all supposed to have all the money up here, man. You're supposed to have bricks and, you know what I mean? You're supposed to have good, well-built houses up here. You know what I mean? But nope. You know what I mean? The Lord did a number when it comes to the oppressor here, right? Keep going. Right.
Fire and hail.
Fire, whether it be a volcano fire, whether it be forest fires, that's from the Lord. Where the fire just won't go out because the Lord is keeping it light. I think California been burning for Midwest over there. Been burning since what? Before COVID. It won't stop. It's all this. Right. You know what I mean? They just in hell over there. Keep going.
And famine.
And famine, that's coming too. Ooh, my gosh. Everybody online, stock up on food today. You see what I'm saying? Get them cans and then put them cans to the side. You're going to need it. Contact your ISUPK nearest to you too. And collect some food. We get a lot of food coming in. And we need it. We need some of it to go out. And we got food, boy. We got food and guns. We got guns, boy.
Right.
We got guns to protect all that food. Where it's legal. Where it's legal. I know y'all watching out there. Right? It's legal. So we don't got no guns here in New York. Right? But what's legal in New York, we got what's legal in New York. But in Pennsylvania, oh my gosh. We got you can open a cover like this and bullets would wash you over like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't play with command and honor, man. That's a man of the Lord. What do I mean by a man of the Lord? A man of war. Like Abraham. Right. Like Moses. My gosh. Come on, man. Let's go.
And death.
And death. The Lord brings death. Keep reading.
All these were created for vengeance.
All these were created for vengeance. Right? So when you saw the storm today, that was you were seeing the ending of one whip of the Lord's vengeance. Keep reading.
Teeth of wild beasts.
Teeth of wild beasts, alligators. And shark bites. You have a shark bite here, bites a white man, he deserved it. Right. Keep reading.
And scorpions.
And scorpions. Keep reading.
Serpents.
Snake bites.
And the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction.
And the sword, which is other people's guns on the oppressor. Terrorism. You see what I'm saying? The Lord brought the terrorism. The Lord is pushing them into World War III. Right? Keep reading. Look, the Lord. You looking at Ukraine? The Lord did that. The Lord wanted that for Ukraine. Don't worry, Russia got its turn too. They are prisoners too. I mean, the last slave ship to America came from Russia. Landed at Louisiana. Keep reading.
They shall rejoice in his commandment.
The angels are happy when they get to destroy the oppressive stuff and punish sinners and our slave masters, and they damage all these Caucasian people's homes around America, and the angels laugh. They're happy about it. They're glad about it. All right, according to the Bible, not according to me, but that's what the Bible says. Right? Any more there?
Yeah, there's a little more in that verse.
Go ahead.
And they shall be ready upon earth,
and that shark should be ready on the earth only for that purpose. And that shark and that scorpion, what are those white people? Snakes. They already did. What's that guy? Crikey. What's that guy name again?
Stingray, right?
Stingray. That stingray was there for him. Right. The Lord put that stingray there for him. Ready on the earth. Read about it again.
They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is.
That's why Caucasians got pets, because they're ready for that time when it comes. They're gonna go buck wild. They're like, what's wrong with that? Whatever dog. They there for that time. All right, no problem, right? Terrorists, they're not for us. You see what I'm saying? According to the Bible. You see what I'm saying? We don't join no heathens anyway. But they're for them. That's why they there. You know what I mean? Russia is there for America. Right? And who else? China is there for America. They're ready. They're preparing North Korea with all the bombs and all that. Their whole life, duty, and mission in life is not to have great technology or to have riches. They're only there to prepare a bomb big enough to attack the oppressor.
Right.
It's in the Bible. Right? That's why King Jong-il is like that, because the Lord put him ready on the earth to do that thing. And people don't make pots unless you want to cook in it. And you only make shoes to wear it. And you only make chairs to sit on, and the Lord made North Korea for America, right? No problem. Right. What else? We gotta get to the 4 rivers. Come on. Genesis 2 and 11. Go ahead.
The book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 11. The name of the first is Pison.
The name of the first is Pison.
That is it, which compasseth the whole land of Havilah.
Havilah, right? Pison, right? And Havilah is one of them lands of the Cushites. You just go look in one of the, it should be Genesis 10 again. You go look for them, some of the Cushites, right? Right? This should be in the Hebrew. Payash 1. Right? Payash 1. Okay? Even look how the transliteration here. Right? You got the P here, you got the I for the YA, right? You got the S again, so predictable. Just like Israel and Yasha Allah, they turn that Shah into an S. They turn Yasha Allah into Israel. Right? Same thing again. Right? And that Y is O, and the N is that same N. Do we get it, or should I put it on top of each other? Or do we see the swapping of the letters? Okay, no problem, right? That's called a transliteration. All right, the conversion of letters and swapping letters. Okay. Any more there? Keep reading.
Where there is gold.
Where there is gold. Right? So now the whole purpose of the Lord even writing these things is to tell you where the real land of Israel is. Right? What is the real territory? When in the second Esdras, right? When they was carrying the Israelites out of our land, right? And they said they carried us over the waters and rivers into another land. What was the point of those rivers? The rivers were to say, where is our boundaries? These 4 rivers is trying to tell you where our boundaries was on the, what we reading? Genesis what?
Genesis 2 and 11.
Genesis chapter 2. So we're talking about the Garden of Eden, the promised land, right? Israel is not in Africa. Okay. Israel is in the so-called fertile Christian. Why do they call fertile? Because of all these rivers in our land that make the land fertile. right? Everybody fight over it, and when they get it, it's a desert, man. It ain't nothing but a pile of sand when they get there. You know what I mean? You might see one tree to let you know things can grow here, but it doesn't grow here for you. It grows there for us. Go ahead.
It's like this, sir. About what time period did it switch over from being a grassland to a sandbox?
Okay, it has never really been. Okay, you read in the Bible where it says the sons of God saw the daughters of men and saw they were fair. So look at Noah's flood, probably. Noah's flood, the flood of Noah, right? Just think about that time, because from then it's always been dust. You know what I mean? So we will go to Babylon and we will irrigate the land and make it green again. We will go to Egypt and make it green again, right? So we're going to go into the four rivers and we're going to get an idea of when these places became successful because we made the land green. And because we're not there, let's think of the beach with no ocean. Wow. All right? That's from the Bible, right? Just think of Cain, where it says he shall not use, the part where it says the ground is cursed because of you. The ground shall not yield their strength to you, right? So now the ground is weak. Right? Really put the laws of God in. They're supposed to give the land a rest. Right. See what I'm saying? Every 7 years in the law. Like it needs us to be there, and the angels of the Lord is creating famine there. We just read it, right? The angels of the Lord create famine there. Famine and death and destruction and scorpions and snakes and you know, all those the hurt, the oppressor who's in our land. All right? But they don't know how to worship our God, and it's not their God. Right. See what I'm saying? No problem. Right. Keep reading. Oh, wait. Okay. The root word of this is posh. Right? And posh is the word for spread. Okay. Spread. Let me write it on top. Let me get the whole thing on the board. So we're going to start Python. Right? Python. Right? Yash, one in the Hebrew. Yash. Yash, one. Right? The root word of payash, right, is to say posh. Right? Posh is to say spread. Right? Of course, we know how to put tenses, right? Right? Spread. What is Yah in the middle of a word? Yah in the middle of a word. What does that mean? Remember? Okay, no problem, right?
It was an I, right?
Oh, that's transliteration. I'm talking about in the Hebrew, in the text, right? Yah. I'll put it over here. I'll put a key over here. Yah is to say in English. We will say ed to say past tense. Past tense, right? Past tense. Not past like future on past. Past in Hebrew is ibar. We went over that earlier, right? Past tense, ed. Right? It's like ed in English. Yah in the middle of the word. Wa. What's wa in the middle of a word in our sense in English? Ink. Ink. I-N-G. Very good. Right? Good. So it's verb tense. All right? Good. So we got payash. Right? Payash would be Pash is spread. What's payash?
What's like?
Pash is spread.
Spreading.
Very good. There we go. There we go. Spreading. Okay. What if I said pawash? No.
I said spread it.
Spread. Oh, my bad, man. All right, man. You're on a good road, man. Maybe you can take the pen from me one day. Yeah, on a good road. Most high Christ. Very good. Pawash. Spreading. Good. Okay. Good. Okay. Give me the book you got there.
It's Josephus, the Antiquities of the Jews, Book 1, chapter 1, paragraph 3.
It's a shame we're going to add the antiquity of the Jews. Because at this time, right, this black historian called, you see the but they don't show the picture on the front, right?
No.
They kind of do.
Oh,
they put some white man there. He was not white, he was black. Right? Whitewash everything. That's what, to the point we're going to have a book called The Antiquities of the Jews. We have antiquities of the Jews to say they're not white. That's why you gotta go in history to prove who we are. You know what I mean? The what? No, I want to choose the what. You almost done, right? Okay. Read Matthew.
Moses says further that God planted a paradise in the east.
He planted a paradise in the east. That paradise was the Garden of Eden. Read.
Flourishing with all sorts of trees.
There we go. Flourishing with all sorts of trees. You know, in other words, we got flavor there. We creating juices. Yeah, man. Come on, man. You ever seen the 12 tribes cook, man? Flavor, man. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
And that among them was the tree of life.
And among them was the tree of life, talking about the law. Right, read.
And another of knowledge.
Keep reading.
Whereby was to be known what was good and evil.
Keep reading.
And that when he brought Adam and his wife into this garden, he commanded them to take care of the plants.
What paragraph are you reading?
Paragraph 3.
Keep reading.
Now the garden was watered by one river.
The garden was watered by one river. Read.
Which ran round about the whole earth.
Which ran round about the whole earth. Read.
And was parted into 4 parts.
Was parted into 4 parts. The Pison is 1 part. Right? I think the first river is talking about the Mediterranean. Right? Keep reading.
And Pison, which denotes a multitude.
Pison, which denotes a multitude, because a multitude of people are spreading. Now these are rivers that are running. Right? They're running around the whole earth. To the point now we got the oceans and the rivers that still maintain today and water a whole lot of land around the earth. Right? Keep reading.
Running into India makes its exit into the sea and is by the Greeks called Ganges.
That's wrong. It's not the Ganges River. Right? Keep reading.
Euphrates also.
Here's what's wrong. Read the part again you had in Genesis 2 and 11.
The book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 11. The name of the first is Pison. That is it which compasseth the whole land of Havilah.
Of Havilah, right? Keep reading.
Where there is gold.
Where there is gold. Now, them Havilah, them people are Cushites. Keep reading.
Verse 12. And the gold of that land is good. There is Bdellium. Bdellium.
Bdellium, okay. That's incense. Keep reading.
And an onyx stone.
An onyx stone, right? This river right here should be the Red Sea. The Red Sea that goes into the Gulf of Aden. The Gulf of Aden, right? Of not Eden, right? Gulf of Aden. It's in the Garden of Eden. I don't know if Aden and Eden is the same. I think they're similar, right? Gulf of Aden, which pours out into the Arabian Sea. I don't know if they call it the Arabian Sea or the Indian Sea, but it goes to India, but it's not the River Ganges. All right? So let the Bible lead, right? Because yeah, that part is wrong in the Josephus, right? But keep going in the Josephus for a second. Let me see.
Euphrates also, as well as Tigris.
The Euphrates also, as well as Tigris. Okay, give me back to the Bible.
Verse 13. And the name of the second river.
The name of the second river. River number 2
is Gihon.
Gihon. Right? Gihon. Go ahead.
The same is it that compasseth the whole land of Ethiopia.
Now this land goes around the land of Ethiopia. You wonder why Ethiopia is so dry? You wonder why it's a desert? You see what I'm saying? What it's saying is this is the land, right? Give me the part where it says Gihon there
and Gihon runs through Egypt and denotes what arises from the east, which the Greeks call Nile.
So Gihon is the river Nile. Right? Of course, we got all these approved by the school on the command Johanna. Okay? Gihon is the river Nile today. Saying this is the land that borders from the land of what's really Africa, from really what's ours, right? So Israel is not in Africa because the Euphrates and the Tigris is not in Africa, right? But that part of Africa does belong to us, and we've never had it. That's not the land we conquered back then, but that is a land that is going to be ours, right? All right, and them Ethiopians going to serve us, and them Ethiopians be stealing our identity too, talking about they Jews, right? And Rastafari and all that garbage. Yeah, they're gonna pay for that. You know what I mean? Got our people worshiping pictures of some Hamites. Right. They worship pictures like how Christians worship white Jesus. Right. They're gonna pay for that. Okay. So now Gihon in Hebrew is Gayak. Gayak one. Gayak one. Right? And the word Gak is to say burst. Now we're talking about a river here. So think of a river that's bursting. Okay? So I'm going to put up the tenses. We got Gayak. Gayak, which is bursting. Bursting. Right? And then we got what? Gawak. Gawak. Bursting. Correct? Okay. Any more Gihon in the Bible there?
That was it for that stuff, verse 13.
Okay. Any more Gihon there there?
That's it.
Read it again.
The whole paragraph?
Gihon.
And Gihon runs through Egypt and denotes what arises from the east, which the Greeks call Nile.
Right, the Greeks call it the river Nile. And the white man calls it the Nile today because the white man today is the Greek. They're the same Greeks. Right. Okay? They're the same Greeks and the Romans that murdered us in our capital, Jerusalem. Right? The Lord used them. Remember the scriptures talking about the Lord has the sword to punish people? We were punished by the sword for our sins. Right. Until the Lord appeased his anger. Now we came out of hardcore bondage and now we're just in free roaming around the city bondage in these prison cities that we can't get away from. You know, but even by American law, right? Your passport, you're not permitted out of the country for more than 9 days. All right? Talking about we free. Okay? God. Read Gihon again.
And Gihon runs through Egypt.
It runs through Egypt.
And denotes what arises from the east, which the Greeks call Nile.
Okay. God. The reason why the Python, right? You gotta look at the time when the historian wrote this book, right? Where Esau was always looking to enslave the Israelites, right? And they're looking for those 4 rivers because they're thinking of magical religious stuff. So they saw the river Ganges. And so someone put up the river Ganges right now. Indians worship that river, right? But here's the problem with the river Ganges. The land is not dry over there. It's very green over there. It's not cursed. The land is not cursed like the Bible. The Lord said the land is cursed. So the river Ganges is not the Python, the Python. All right, let's look up the river Ganges and all the Indians worshiping in that river because to the East Indians, Elamites got on the board there a while ago, right? The Elamites, right? They think that the river Ganges is some holy river. So Alexander the Greek now, he's going to conquer, right? All the known world, all the way to India, and see all the Indian people with their red dots on their forehead, worshiping and bowing and washing in this river. So now the concept to Josephus, based on research, is that the Python must be the river Ganges because it's a holy river. It's not, right? The river Ganges is not Python. It's not one of the 4 rivers that we're talking about here. Okay, you got the picture?
Sort of. We got a little map that goes from New Delhi all the way to Bangladesh.
New Delhi, right?
New Delhi, excuse me.
As a matter of fact, yeah. Let me see if I can. Only if you can put. You know to put pictures up on the Pratazar? Yeah, put some pictures up on the screen there so people can see. You know, the Indians worshiping the river. Give me the crowd of them. Hey, one right here. River Ganges worship.
They have a good time too, bro.
I mean, here we go. This right here. They worship. If we can get that picture on street, I think. Right. So we're gonna keep going, all right? So we're running out of time here, right? Keep reading in the Bible.
All right. Genesis 2 and verse 14.
Brothers, let me know when the picture's up. When you view it to the people, all right? Go ahead. Brian, Slack, go ahead.
In the name of the third river, in the name of the third river is Hiddekel.
Right, Hiddekel, right?
Hiddekel.
Right.
That is it which goeth towards the east of Assyria.
Hiddekel. Right, go ahead.
And the fourth river is Euphrates.
Hold on. It's Kadakwal in the Hebrew, right? Kadakwal. Okay. And this one is the Tigris. This is the river Tigris. Read the part again, Brian.
Yes, sir. Genesis 2 and 14. And the name of the third river is Hiddekel. That is it which goeth towards the east of Assyria.
It goes to the east of Assyria. You put it up? Okay, so what brothers are going to do right now, right? He's doing it right now, right? He's putting up the river Ganges and why the Greeks thought that this was one of the four rivers referring to the Python, right? Can you see it? You sure? Okay, well they get the idea, right? You can remove that one there. You know what I mean? So the person saw that. Alexander the Greek and his cronies saw that. I said, oh my gosh, look at them orange from the river. It must be. No, it's not. Okay? The secrets are hidden for us. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
No problem, right? You go towards Assyria, you're gonna look on a map, the Tigris River goes to Assyria. Okay? Give me Matthew, right? Give me the Tigris there. Does it say anything about the Tigris there? Okay.
Euphrates also, as well as Tigris, goes down into the Red Sea. Now the name Euphrates or Pharath denotes either a dispersion or a flower. By Tigris or Digla is signified what is swift, with narrowness.
And then it goes back to Gihon. It goes back to Gihon, read it.
And Gihon runs through Egypt and denotes what arises from the east, which the Greeks call Nile.
Okay. Read me back the Hiddekel again, Babusha.
Verse 14. And the name of the third river is Hiddekel. That is it which goeth towards the east of Assyria.
Lucky 1 second. Trying to get the card here. All right, here we go. Okay. So that card, right, is to say one. So it's saying one something. It's denoting something as one. All right, that's that card over there. I'm not sure why. Right, but that card is that card in Hiddekel or Kadakwal. Is denoting something in one or something in unison. I just had it written now, right? Kada, there you go. So they wrote card, abridged from 259, which is Akkad. Right? So in the Bible, you're gonna see card. There are a few places in the Bible you're gonna look at the word card. It's gonna be right in there in the Assyrian, just like that, and that is also gonna mean one, right? To say shortened from, this is card, right? Card, right? From Akkad. Okay. So now to know that now, you're gonna have to just simply, you're gonna get the concordance code. Okay. And that concordance code was what? 2297. So going to our Bible app, right? The one with the Strong's and Concordance, and I plug in 2297. Right? It comes up twice, or well, only comes up once, right? Ezekiel 30, 33, and 30. Right? Not a reliable source, right? Being that it's in that time we going in and out of Babylon and Syria at that time, right? But they have it in the concordance as a way to say one. They also have 2298. All right, 2298. See what comes up for 2298. It might come one time again. All right, put 2298. All right, so Ezra, other unreliable sources. In other words, what? We should not say card because it's a card. But what they're saying is from whatever research they did, that card is probably saying one. Okay? And that's the river Tigris. Okay? Card aqua. Right, read Hiddekel again.
And the name of the third river is Hiddekel.
Mm-hmm.
How do you pronounce that correctly, sir? Hiddekel.
Hiddekel.
Mm-hmm. Right. Verse 14. And the name of the third river is Hiddekel. Mm-hmm. That is it which goeth towards the east of Assyria.
It goes to the east. It goes east of Assyria. To Syria today, right? Any more there on that?
The last part of that. And the fourth river is Euphrates.
And the fourth river is Euphrates, right? Give me back Euphrates in Matthew.
Now the name Euphrates, Euphrates also, as well as Tigris, goes down into the Red Sea.
Okay. So now the Euphrates. Hold on. Euphrates goes down to the Red Sea, right? Euphrates is the Euphrates today. You go on a map. Euphrates is the name you'll see today. All right? Keep reading.
Now the name Euphrates or Pharat denotes either a dispersion or a flower. Okay.
So they're saying it's probably from the word of a flower. Okay, it's from Para'ah. Right? So we got Parah. That ta is a tense. To say, we say this when we talk about things in general or in category like thinking. All right? So the root word is Para'ah. No, it's not Para'ah, it's Para'ah is fruit. No, or para, right? Para is fruit. Par is a ball. All right? Keep reading.
By Tigris or Deglath is signified when it's swift with narrowness.
Tigris or Tigris. Refer this from the beginning.
Euphrates also, as well as Tigris, goes down into the Red Sea. Now the name Euphrates or Pharat denotes either a dispersion or a flower.
Okay, so that dispersion right there, or the flower, say a flower bursts open. So the way how the Hebrew works is we think of something that bursts open, and at that particular time we had a way to say burst open, and we thought of bulls who you let them out of a pen, and they rush out, and they kick, and they kick, and they kick. So they're saying that this river, when it started, it was like that. It was like a bull rushing. It was like a what? A dispersion? A dispersion or
a flower
breaking up. But the word rooted in power is to say broke out like a bull. All right.
There's some footnotes at the bottom about the geography. I don't know if you want that.
Oh, let me hear. I never heard. It was that was not in the Kingdom version. So let me hear it.
It's so for the part about one river, it says, whence this strange notion came, which is not yet peculiar to Josephus, but as Dr. Hudson says here, is derived from older authors, as if four of the greatest rivers in the world, running two of them at vast distances from the other two, by some means or other watered paradise, it is hard to say. Only since Josephus has already appeared to allegorize this history, and take notice that these 4 names had a particular signification. Bison for Ganges, a multitude.
Hold on one second. La Manasa, and Paptaza. La Manasa, and Paptaza. Wait 1 second, y'all. La Manasa, I, Pa. Okay? We got Pa. There we go. And there we go. Right? Par. Right? A bullock. A pair as breaking forth in wild strength. Right? Or dividing the hoof. Okay? Okay, you got para, right, from 6500, which is what we just read, in the sense of running wild. Right? So these rivers ran wild around the earth, so they in our oceans, right? From the beginning to now, right? Any more on the Bible one?
I was in for the rivers.
I was in for the rivers. Right? So we got the Euphrates, Hiddekel, the Gihon, the Pison, right? We got the tenses in there. Right? Important with the tenses. I plug them in. Okay? So now you got a map. Let's see if we can get the map. Right, before we head out of here. Okay? So let's get on to the Middle East. Right? If you got your phone, right, get on your phone and get on your Google Maps and get to the Middle East. Okay? Hold on. We got the school location here, 2279 3rd Avenue. You know what I mean? We'll go to satellite vision. All right? We're going to zoom out of Babylon here, our prison country. All right? And we're going to go to, I think it's on my phone, right? We're going to go to the Middle East. Okay, the Fertile Crescent, right? So here it's saying, read it from the top again, Brian. Okay, so we had Egypt, right? Where we left out of, we got to get the Gulf of Aqaba, right? Gulf of Aqaba, which is where we crossed at, coming out of passing the Red Sea, the Gulf of Aqaba, right? Head Aria was also talking about this Gulf of Aqaba. So we came over here. This is the Gulf of Aqaba right here. Where is the Red Sea?
That's what the Euphrates and Tigris run into, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, where was I just now? Okay, this is the Red Sea. Okay, here we go. This is the Red Sea, and the Aqaba is over here. So the crossing of this Red Sea, right? This is the Red Sea, and the crossing of the Red Sea was over here somewhere, right? Called at the Gulf of Aqaba. Right? They got the sand that melted from the fire that the Lord was there to this day. You can Google that, right? Gulf of Aqaba. All right. So somewhere down here, Arabs. I think the Arabs they forbid people from going over there, right? Because they consider it a holy site. Nobody can go there except, I don't know, probably devout Muslims. I don't know what their business is, right? Okay. But we got the Nile, right? The whole thing is a desert over here. The Nile is the only thing green around this side over here, right? That Nile is to say that is the bordering of our land, right? Read the Bible again, Brian.
Genesis 2:11. The name of the first is Pison.
Mm-hmm.
That is it which compassed the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold.
Someone get the Zonlevens a while ago and look up Havilah. Okay.
What's the name of this one?
Havilah.
Havilah?
Mm-hmm. You say where there is gold, right? Okay, keep reading.
Verse 12. And the gold of that land is good.
Mm-hmm.
There is the bdellium and the
bdellium. Okay, onyx stone. Onyx stone found in countries. Okay, onyx is a gemstone found in various regions of the world, including Greece, Yemen, Uruguay, Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, China, Czech Republic, Germany, Pakistan, India, Indonesia, Madagascar. And in this particular point, we're looking at Yemen, right? Because Yemen, right, as we saw on the map a while ago, right? Where's Yemen at? I think Yemen should be down here.
Yes, it's right about.
Yemen is right here. That's where onyx is found in region, in proximity to our time right there. So that's what's noted about that land there. So here's Yemen. Here's the Red Sea, right? The Pison goes from the Red Sea, right? Where the Gulf of Aden, right here. So this is the river coming down right here, right? To go out and empty into the Arabian Sea that goes around the whole world. And that what goes to India, that's why the Josephus says it goes to India. Not because it's the river Ganges, but because the river actually goes down to India. Okay, and waters the whole world. Okay, keep reading, Brian.
Verse 13. And the name of the second is Gihon. The same as it that compasses the whole land of Ethiopia.
All right, so Ethiopia talking about these Cushites is down here. Eritrea, Djibouti, these are probably all Cushites, right? So you gotta look at what they're calling Ethiopia. You know the Ethiopians by the Ethiopians.
Right.
Okay. And they said the Greeks call it the Nile. The Nile starts from here. All right, it goes down, it goes down. You follow the Nile. All right, see, you see it says the Nile. And you follow it around, and you follow it around. Right? So everything else on this side is supposed to be our land. What they're saying, right? The Nile gets a little thin down here. All right, but you can still follow it. They call it the White Nile now. All right? So if this is correct, I mean, we got a whole lot of land for us, separate from them Hamites, right? And it comes down and divides the land, east and west, with a portion for us. You know what I mean? Them Hamites ain't doing nothing with the land anyways. You know what I mean? All that good land, and I don't hear no buildings being made out of diamonds down there.
Right.
There's not enough blood diamonds out there. You know what I mean? And they're doing it the wrong way. They're not doing it in a way where they can get the fruit out of the people. Right? It's supposed to go into something called lake. What's this right here? It opens up into some lake down here. It collects here. Oh, you could say right now. It keeps going. It keeps going. Right? And it goes on forever because this is, these rivers is like that. This ain't your regular river in England. You know what I mean? It goes out to water the whole earth. Okay? So where we at right now? We done made our way to Sudan. Right? And following the Nile down to Sudan, we have all of Ethiopia right here. It's compassed. Ethiopia, meaning it goes around Ethiopia. Where all this desert is over here. They don't know what they're doing over there with that land over here. Ain't no land supposed to be in the sand like that. I'm saying things are supposed to be green. You see what I'm saying? They don't know how to irrigate the river and bring it over to this side over here. And bring that greenery over here. Okay. Okay, so we get the idea, right? Is this river right here? Here's the White Nile. Okay. So the White Nile keeps going down. It keeps going down. And it goes on, what, forever? It said it goes on to water the whole earth. Okay, so here we go. It's split. The White Nile, like it's split a little bit of Sudan and Uganda. All right? So they created, so even some of the African countries a little bit, they've created borders based on the river a little bit. They've used part of the river to create a border. Right? I don't know why it turned like that. Okay. It goes off over here a little bit, and it's supposed to go back down. Right? Dividing the land. So that's one, right? That's the Nile River. Right? How far into the continent we gone now? Where we at? Okay, we down. So, okay, so it goes down into these rivers right here. Lake Albert. The white man, of course, put his name on it. As you know, not surprised. You know what I mean? And it looks like it cuts off Tanzania and Malawi. Right? Might be, might not be, right? But for one thing, it did say circles Ethiopia. Right? So we got one river, we got two rivers. We're not gonna spend it all day on this. Keep going on the Bible there.
Verse 13. And the name of the second river is Gihon, the same as that passeth the whole land of Ethiopia. Verse 14. And the name of the third river is Hiddekel. That is it which goes towards the east of Assyria.
All right. So we got the Hiddekel, which is the Tigris. Right. So we look at the Tigris River. Right. The Tigris is on the map today. They got all kind of names for it now. Mosul Dam Lake, whatever that means. All right. And hold on. Here's Syria right here. Here's Syria. It says it goes east of Syria. East of Assyria, right? Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Right. So we got the Tigris. The Google Maps put me in the middle of it. And it's going from a place, it's going up north. It's going down south. You know, I don't want to do what I just did with the Nile forever. You can do this in your own time. Goes down to Baghdad, right? Goes into Lake Thurthar Lake. It's split over here. That's the Tigris. It split and went into two directions down here. Right? And it goes on forever. Tigris. I don't know if they call the other one Tigris. Right? But that's the whole idea of the Tigris. You know what I mean? You follow it all the way till it empties out in the ocean. Got the Persian Gulf, it says it's looking to empty out of. Right? And keep reading the Bible.
And the fourth river is Euphrates.
And the fourth one is the Euphrates. Euphrates River. And it says Iraq too. Because now look here. This land right here is where all the action was going on in history. Babylon and Assyria and Persia, it was going all along this river right here. All right? And the Euphrates. So we go down to the Euphrates. The Euphrates, read a part in the Euphrates over there. So the Euphrates is going into a different direction here. Here's the Euphrates.
Euphrates also, as well as Tigris, goes down into the Red Sea.
So it says the Euphrates and the Tigris go down into the Red Sea. All right. So we track the Tigris over here, and the Euphrates is coming around the other direction. Right. If they were smart, they would try to divert some of this, but it ain't gonna work for them anyways, right? They would divert they would irrigate the land with this or over here, the Euphrates. They should irrigate all of this down here. And then they should find a way to turn this Tigris into some of these mountainsides over here, man, and get some of that good trees and fruits back, man. You know. But that's why we're here, right, and they over there doing nothing, and the land needs us over there. Salt of the earth. The Bible says even the animals shall rejoice when the righteous are in rulership. Look at it now. All this land over here. You got the greenery here. Right? Some selfish bastards over here keeping all of the good stuff over here. The river doing nothing. You see what I'm saying? Could be planting all this stuff over here. All this good land over here. Look at the heathens' land over here. What the heathens done abused over here. Now it's the Sahara Desert. There's sand and nothing over there. You got all the sun going down there, all that good heat for the plants. And you know the heathen they're just not the Israelites, man. They're just not the Israelites. Partizan. Go ahead before we got run out of here. Okay.
Also got that, what you wanted in.
Here they come. Go ahead.
Havila. One, a son of Cush, a descendant of Ham.
Havila is a son of Cush. Right? So one of them people, Sudan or Djibouti, one of them is Havilah, man. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Salakia, sir. Well, it says in Genesis 10, chapter 7.
Mm-hmm.
Also, in you have
That's the ones we're reading over there.
Kind of First Chronicles 1 and 9.
Uh-huh.
You have a second one. Second meaning, a son of this. What you said earlier,
Okay, so they're referring to Havilah. Go ahead.
The son of Joachim.
Mm-hmm. Some Cushite.
No, descendant of Shem.
Okay, now they're talking about a different Havilah. Give me from the top again.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Havilah.
I could imagine the name be like Kawal something. That's a name they give to a strong man who can endure pain. Kawal means pain. We got all the Kawal bar in school. His name means painless warrior, right? So you give it to a man who's rough. So them Cushites too were mighty hunters in Genesis. You know what I mean? You got all that land in Ethiopia. They got mountains over there. All right. So that's what that name is. So you see names like that in Hebrew for them. And then we might have one amongst ourselves that we say, you know what, name this man roughness, or strong man, or painless warrior. Ain't even Kawal, or Kawal something, Kal something. That translates into Havilah in transliteration when you swap out the letters. Right? So give me from the top again, Protestant. The top was the point. Right? But he goes with the name of everybody who had a name similar to this. But I don't want the other ones at the bottom because we're on the time, right? Let's get the point. Okay, we got the point. Havilah, the Cushites, right? It goes around all of Ethiopia. There's gold there. Right? And Ethiopia's always that gold. I think Captain Mashab wrote an article where they tried to send the gold to America to pay us back for putting us in slavery. Right? Someone's gonna find that article. Man. I've been looking for the article for years. Look at Captain Mashab's old Washington D.C. speakers, but he talks to some Rasta man and talk about how the Ethiopians had to give America gold to give to the slaves here. You see what I'm saying? And with that, about the class, the prison officer of 500 brothers up.
Clap it up. Men of Israel, we're gonna give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel,